Okay, now let's try it. Hi, thanks for joining me to color. Oh my goodness. It helps if you unmute the mic, right? I did hit the, yes, I did that. I hit live on the Facebook page, HeathersHobbieHaven. So anyway, let's start over. So today we're going to be working on Layla Loves Leaves. Isn't she cute? I'll put a link down in the description box if you'd like to pick her up. Don't forget to use the coupon code Layla for 25% off. And that's good through today. So if you haven't picked her up yet, you still can. Next week, I have no idea what we're going to do. So if you have a suggestion, make sure after the video to leave a comment down below, and I will work on a card this week and make sure I get it up on the blog so that you can see what we're going to do next week. And then the following week, the 21st, we're going to do Penguin and Bear, and I'll try to get this in the store later today. I'm still trying to decide on this little sentiment here, if I want to put it over here by the flowers, or if I want to put it over here, or if I want to put it up here, or I want to just do a tag and put a sentiment down here. I don't know. I'm undecided. So if you have a suggestion on how you would like if you'd like this sentiment, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Yes, we love the hug sentiment. And if you have a preference of where you think maybe I should put it, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, I don't want to really cover up my bear, so I'm thinking maybe I'm going to put it right here. But I don't know. So this is going to be the 21st one. And I'll load that in the store today. And then the coupon code, after I get it loaded in the store, of course, I have to do that first, is going to be Penguin. So you can get 25% off that after I get it loaded in the store. So that is all I have going today. Thank you all for joining me to color. So let's go ahead and, since we're going to do Layla here, let's put her over here. And I already stamped my girl on some 80-pound Neenah Solar White cardstock. And I've actually punched her out, and I already cut her out, and I just stuck her on this piece of paper so that I won't have to do it later because, you know, me and fussy cutting, it's not that great. And it takes forever. Actually, I cheated and I used a die. Facebook isn't working. Uh-oh. Let me see. Facebook. I pushed the button. Here, let me push it again. Okay. Sorry, I have to lean around the corner here to make it go somewhere. Okay, let's try that. I think that was it. Maybe I just didn't push the button hard enough. Okay. So, technical errors. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so hopefully, is it working now? The Facebook one? It says that it's doing something. It's frozen. I can't see anything, so I'm assuming, yay, it's working. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and color our girl. So for her skin, we're going to use E11, 21, 00, 000. And for her cheeks, we're going to use R20 and 30. Let me get my pins turned around here. And I will show you. So we're going to use these. And she doesn't have very much skin there, so we're just going to go, let's pop over here. And we're going to start with E11. And we're not going to do anything too fancy. Let's go ahead and go right next to her sweater. And then down a couple of these fingers. And then for her neck, I'm going to go underneath of her chin. And down the left side of her sweater. And then over here, let's do a couple fingers. And then along her sleeve. And then for her face, she's got a little bit of her ear showing, so I'm going to color that in. And then I'm going to go right next to her bangs. I think I'll bring it down here next to her neck. And then over here, we're going to go next to her bangs. Like that. Hi Dee, thanks for joining me. And Flores and Angelica. Glad you guys could all stop in. Maria. All right, so let's do E21 next. So for that, we are going to, I touch down on top of my E11. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill her hand in because it's pretty small. And I'm going to fill in her neck. Whoops, try not to color outside the lines. And then for her face, let's go, I'm going to brush away from that line we just put down. And I'm going to bring it around down here to connect with this line. I'm going to color that ear because otherwise I'm going to forget about it. Hi Linda, thanks for joining us. Okay, then we're going to add E00 to our face. I'm going to give a little tab right here on her ear because I didn't fill it in all the way. And then I'm just going to brush right along the edge. And then I'm going to swipe over her entire face with the E000. I don't worry that it's not blended because we want to put our cheek color in and then we will come back. Okay, then we'll go with R20. Technical difficulties. Heather forgot to turn on the mic first thing today. That's why we have Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven, because he keeps me in line. And then we're going to add R30. Although he's got to take a little break. He's going to have to go out to the bus stop and get Lexi off the bus, because there's only half a day of school today. They have conferences. And then I'm going to brush the sides with my E00. And then go across her entire face with my E000. She just looks like she's having so much fun. Okay, hair. Let's see. 44, 43. All right, so for her hair, we're going to use E47, 19, 44, and 43. And then we're going to start with E47. So for that, we're going to do I'm going to do a little bit down where her pigtails touch her head. I'm going to try to do I'm going to hold my pen more straight up and down so that I can get little streaks. And we'll do the same thing over here. And there's one that's kind of tucked behind there, so I gave that one a little swoop of color. And then for her hair up here, I'm going to go down her part. Let's just do a little line. And over here, it kind of dips behind her ear. So I'm going to do a little bit over here. And let's see, let's get them right in here too. I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to pull some of this out a little bit more. Okay, let's start with that. We'll see how it goes. Uh-oh. Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven went outside, so the dogs are freaking out. And no, there is no Facebook chat. Do I need to redo? I don't know. It says it's live. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Chris. All right, so we're going to go on with E19. So for that, we're going to go with just some more streaks. I thought you could have red streaks today. So now we're going to go with E44. Chris will be working on that later at 7:30 tonight. So let's add this. And the next couple of weeks, we're going to have Christmas break. So I'm going to do coloring at 10:30 in the morning instead of at noon, because Lexi's going to get out of school next week early again. And so it just kind of messes with everything. So next week, well, for the next couple of weeks anyway, I think we're going to try 10:30 in the morning. So my time, so Pacific Standard Time. We're going to do coloring then. And then if you join me at night for Bible journaling, we're going to be doing that at 9 o'clock in the morning. 7:30 at night just doesn't seem to work very well with Lexi, because she just, 7:30 is her bedtime. And if there's a bunch of stuff going on, she just doesn't go to bed like she's supposed to. So we're going to switch things up. So we're going to do Bible journaling at 9 a.m. and we're going to do coloring at 10:30. So Maria, I don't know, what's your question? Where is she? Okay, so I'm going to go in and add this just a little bit more. I think I'm going to add a little bit of curved ones up here because her ponytails are kind of curved a little bit. So I'm going to kind of do like a little C up here in the top. Like that. I'm Pacific Standard. I'm in Oregon. So like now we start at noon. So instead of starting at noon, we're going to start at 10:30 in the morning. So it'd be an hour and a half earlier. What time is that for you over there? So yeah, I'm in Oregon. So Oregan. But I usually start my streams at noon. So whatever time it is there right now, it'll be an hour and a half earlier next week. That's right. Okay, so let's go with, let's do our sweater next. So we're going to use B95, 34, 93, and 41. So this is what we're going to use for her sweater and the alternate stripes on her sock and the little stripe at the bottom of her dress. So if you just use whatever time it is now and then go an hour and a half before, so it'll be earlier, an hour and a half earlier than what it is. Because Lexi, I think, gets out of school, my daughter gets out of school at noon, so I should be done by then, and then we don't have to worry about her. She's not into coloring. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our B95, and I'm going to think I'll do her socks and the little stripe on the bottom of her dress first. So let's go up a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to pick a stripe on her socks to start with. So let's start with this one. And as long as I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and brush her dress. And then we'll pick a stripe. Since this is blue right here, I'm going to skip this top one and make the next one white. All right, then we'll add B34. I have to hold my girl down since I already cut her out, and I just attached her to this little piece of paper. I cheated. That way you don't have to watch me fussy cut her for 55 minutes. All right, then we're going to add B93. I think I'm going to fill this all the way in and then come over it with the top with our last color, the whole thing. Okay, and then I'm going to go over the entire area with this one. So we're going to go right over the last 3 blues and sweep clear across. I just like the extra color this added. Because that 93 is kind of grayish color, and this adds a little bit more blue on top of that. We are way far apart, huh, Maria? That's a long, long ways. Then we're gonna go. I love the internet. You can see you get to meet so many new people on my live stream. I get to meet some new people, and it's been really fun. So we're going to go with B95, and for that, let's go with along the edge of her sweater here, and she's got a little bit of a bump in right here, so I'm going to give it a little bit extra right here, like she's got a crease in her sleeve. And then I'm going to come down this side. And I'm going to bring it along the bottom of these little stitches. And then I'm going to add B34. And then our B93, and you'll really be able to see the gray on this one, the kind of purplish color. And I'm going to give her sweater a couple of coats, so I'm not worried that it looks terrible. Mr. HobbieHaven has returned from picking up Lexi. Well, Mr. HobbieHaven, the Facebook chat still does not show up. It says it's running, but it's frozen. So it said, let's go with the other side with B95. So I'm going to go right next to her collar here. And I'm going to go around the button and down. And then again on this side, I'm going to go underneath that stitching. And I'm going to go at the bottom of her sleeve. And she also has a little bump right here, so I'm going to give it a little extra. And then we'll add B34. And then B93. And then we'll go with our B41 to fill it in. And then we're going to do the whole thing again. So I'm going to go with B95 again. Don't forget, girls, that if you have a suggestion for what we want to do next week, to make sure and let me know either in the comments below after the video or while we're chatting. Hi, Flower. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Hobby Haven's watching the Facebook feed because for some reason we cannot get it to show the chat to show up over here at the same time that the YouTube station is showing up. Gonna have to figure that out. And then we're going to go with B93. I'm going to go ahead and, like we did with the stripes down below, I'm going to go ahead and fill it all the way in. And then we're going to go over it with our B41. Then I'm going to go back with B95 and add this shadow back in down at the bottom. And I got a little crazy right here, so I'm going to take my colorless blender and push it back inside the line. Let's do the buttons next. For that, we'll do E43 and 50. So I'm going to do E43 for the string. And then we'll fill those in with E50. Or you could do it the opposite way too. You could do E50 first, and then you don't have to worry about the string. You just color right over it, which I probably should have done because now I'm going to have to go over it again. Darken those up a little bit. And next we'll do the stripes on our socks. So let's do W0 and 1. And I didn't do anything too fancy. I'm just going to do the alternate stripes. I'm going to do down here the dark at the bottom. And then for this side, I'm going to do the inside. And then I'm going to just fill it in with my W0. Super easy. Okay, what's that leave us with? Her dress. So her dress is going to be E17, E08, and R05. So even though it's red, we're going to use these browns. Okay, so we're going to start with our E17. And I think I'll do her shoes first. That'll, you know, get us going here. So for this bottom shoe, I'm just going to do a little bit on each side. And then for this one, I'm going to just go along the bottom of her shoe. And maybe a little bit here in the back. Warm gray. W on the marker stands for warm gray. And then we're going to go with E08. And if you didn't have the warm grays, you could use the C's, the cool grays. So C is cool gray, and then, or the toner ones, which is T, and N is neutral. You can use any of those. So if you don't have all of the gray colors, you can always switch them out. They just have a different feel to them. Like the W ones, the warm gray ones, are more, to me, they look more dirty. And then we're going to fill it in with our R05. Dino, she has Copic Sunday. All right, so now we're going to go with our E17 again. So for this, let's do, I'm going to move this over here. Let's do the little pockets first. So I'm going to go ahead and go this. And then for her dress, so I need to move her a little bit more here. I'm going to go with this side. So I'm going to brush it right up against that pocket. And then I'm going to bring this color underneath this. And then I want to come away. I'm going to go ahead and do a line first. I'm afraid I'm going to draw on that blue. And I'll probably give it a couple coats. And then we'll go with E08. I'm going to go ahead and use this right over the top of my E17. And then we're going to go with R05. And again, I'm going to go right over that color. Let's try not to color that button. Now, let's give it a second coat. So we're going to go with our E17 first. And then we'll go with E08. And then our R05. Hi Connie, thanks for joining us. Linda, the large areas are kind of hard. You gotta they take some work. So like this, see I've got this huge line right here, so we're gonna try to get rid of this. So for that, usually I just flick my color across and I barely touch this paper. But now that I've got this line right here, I'm going to kind of go from here and then I'm going to kind of slowly pull it across and help push that color where I want it to go. So like over here, let's smooth this way. And I don't leave it on there forever, and I'm still just barely skimming the top of that paper. But I'm sliding it across. And this works best too. A lot of times your markers are going empty. My pen slides right across the paper. It doesn't get snagged up or feel like it's dragging or anything like that. It just glides right across. So if you feel that you're not, maybe you don't have as much ink in your markers as they need to have, maybe they need refilled if you're having problems. I'm thinking that maybe I'm going to add a little bit more of my EO8. So let's see, let's go. Connie, since you're just tuning in and you weren't here when we started, next week we're going to have class at 10:30 in the morning. So instead of starting at noon, we're going to go with an hour and a half earlier because my child will be getting out of school early pretty soon for Christmas break. And so she gets off the bus at lunch. So I need to do it earlier in the day. And if we all like that time, if it works out good, then we'll just keep it at that time. But we're going to try that for the next couple of weeks. So we're going to have class the next couple of weeks at 10:30, and then I'll have a week off. So the week Christmas, it's not the 21st, the next week, whatever day that is on Thursday, we won't have class because my child will be out of school and it's Christmas break. So we're going to have a little break. So we'll have a week off. So there is our girl. Isn't she cute? And so you're going to cut her out. Oh, let me do that. Ta-da! Wasn't that quick? I'm the fastest fussy cutter on in the West. Yeah, Pacific time. So 10:30, it'll be 10:30 here Pacific time. So an hour and a half earlier from whatever time it is there is what time we're going to start. Okay, let's go up. Okay, see if we got all of our stuff in here. All right, so in your kit, you're going to get all this great stuff in here. And let me just tell you that when I started and I had these adorable leaves right here, I got these out and I'm like, oh, we're going to do these on the kit. That'll be so much fun. It took forever for me to cut these out and emboss them. So if you got this kit, you should really, really love these leaves. Okay, I want to hear how great they are. Because it took like forever with the little embossing on there. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so let's put all this stuff over here. So your kit's going to come with all this. It's going to come with some string. It's going to come with a little sentiment. Did it come with the sentiment this time? I can't remember if I put the sentiment in there. I don't think it did. I think I left the tag blank. Oh, I can't remember now what I did. It says a cool tag banner is not included, but I can't remember if I stamped this one this time for you or if I just left it blank so you could put whatever you want. But if I didn't leave it blank, no, I probably left it blank because this one's embossed and I definitely wouldn't have embossed a billion of these or 30 of these to go in kits. That wouldn't be very fun. Okay, so we're going to start out. So your paper, let's go ahead and attach this. And I always check my card first to make sure it's opening the way I want. So if you'd like to open it this way or whatever, which way you like. I like mine to open from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. And all the paper is double-sided, so a lot of times you can flip the paper over if you don't like, you want to change it up. And you can have different colors. So there we go. Thanks, Connie's daughter. All right, so now we're going to go with this, or you could pick the wood panel if you like, and it does look great with that red. And all the paper is from the same, I try to pick the same paper line when I'm making the kit so that you can flip it over and it goes together. Sometimes there's just different patterns on there that doesn't, like cards and stuff, so sometimes you can't flip it over. And then we're going to have this one, and this has blue. So if you use the wood side from the previous one, this would show up pretty good. Oh, this one's cool. I'm gonna have to use this on a different card, this Dots. I'm really liking that. This. Okay, then we are going to, it looks like this big brown leaf is next. And because it's got all this embossing on there, I'm going to put some liquid glue on it to hold it down. I don't want to mash the embossing out by smushing it with my tape runner. Okay, and then we're going to have this piece, and this is going to be popped up. So let's go ahead and put the pop dots on there. I probably should have grabbed my jumbo roll of tape. That would have, or pop dot stuff, that would have worked out best. But this is what we're going to use. Okay, I'm going to pick all these silly things off. That's one thing about using the tape roll. If you can cut it off, then it comes in one giant piece. You don't have to pick all that paper off. Okay, this is going to go like this. And then next, you have this little piece of string that I thought would be fun to just stick on here. Let's see. So I kind of looped it around like this, so that this side. So you can arrange it however you like. And then, you like that? And then I'm going to take a piece of tape. Let's see, where's our girl? Maybe I should tape it to the girl. So the girl's going to be like so. So let's take her and flip her over. And I'm going to tape this like so. Whoops. Like so didn't work very well. Okay. So I got this stupid little piece right here. That's okay. We're going to fix that. I didn't bring any scissors with me, so I'm just going to put a pop dot right here to hold that down. See? Cheat the system. Okay, let's try flipping her over. And then you got this big mess of string that you can fiddle with however you like. I just thought it'd be interesting to have string on it this time. I want this to go up here. So you can kind of move it around. Okay, so like that. Then before I attach her, I'm going to put down some more of these leaves. And then let's do a brown one. Okay, and then let's attach her. And I want her to kind of stand on this top of this little tag right here. And this one I'm going to pop up. Oops, this one I didn't get over far enough. Let me move that. Let's tip this underneath here. Get over there, string. And we'll hold down some more of our string by putting it in between this. And that leaves us with your sentiment, whatever sentiment you've picked. And it's going to kind of hold off a little bit here, so I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue at this end. I could use my tape runner too. And that is all there is to it. Isn't she cute? But you can fiddle with the little string there forever. I fiddled with mine for quite some time when I was putting it on there, wrapping it around in a circle and, you know, getting it however I wanted it to go. But this is Layla Loves Leaves. So if you haven't picked her up, don't forget today you can go get 25% off if you use coupon code Layla in the coupon box. And then next week, I don't know what we're going to do next week. If you have a suggestion, leave me a comment down below after the video post, and I will make sure. And I have to go find something. I don't know what we're going to. I was going to do a Christmas card, but I think it's getting a little too close to Christmas for now to do that. But we can, if that's your suggestion. Yeah, you know, leave it down in the comments, and I will. If I like the image, I can color one up, and we'll do next week's. And then remember, the following week on the 21st, we're going to do this penguin and bear one. And don't mind this because I haven't finished putting it together. I haven't decided where I want to put this, or if I want to even use this word yet. I was cutting it out before I came in to do the video. So this is penguin and bear. I'll get this loaded later in the store, and you can get 25% off this kit if you want to order it later today for use coupon code penguin in the coupon box, and you get 25% off this for the next week. But it's not in the store yet, so the coupon code will not work, or you won't be able to find him. Later today he will be. I'll get him all cut out. So that is it for today. So don't forget, next week we're going to be doing coloring at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure to mark that on your calendars. And I hope you all had fun coloring with me today. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.